You are lucky it wasn't her heart. The heart is not so easily changed. I recommend we remove all magic, even memories of magic.
We've got some questions for you, Grandpappy. Why would you make Elsa fear her powers when she was just a little kid? We know you were just trying to help, but it seriously freaked her out. And now you're basically asking her to go on a quest and use her powers to save the world. That's a huge leap. Sounds like you know more than you let on, but we'll get to the bottom of things sooner or later. Queen Elsa, Princess Anna, and the entire kingdom of Arendelle have gone through their fair share of changes. Everyone is all grown up and ready to go on the adventure of a lifetime. But just how much will our favorite Frozen characters change? Keep watching to find out. But don't worry, some people like Olaf never change. Kristoff. When Kristoff and Anna first meet, it was clear as day that the boy was a bit of a fixer-upper. But by the end of the movie, Kristoff had proven that he had what it takes to date the Princess of Arendelle. 3 years will have passed between the events of Frozen 1 and 2, so it's safe to assume that Kristoff is a whole new person. Sure, he's probably still goofy, rugged, and protective, but he's definitely lost his awkward and bossy edge. It's been revealed that Kristoff will attempt to propose to Anna in Frozen 2, so it's safe to assume that he wants to start a family of his own. Kristoff may have changed a lot, but he's still the sweet, quirky, and unique person he's always been. Sven. Who would Kristoff be without his faithful reindeer sidekick, Sven? No one, that's who. For a long time, Sven was Kristoff's only friend, but that all changed when they crossed paths with Anna. Sven is as goofy as his owner and just as loyal and helpful and impulsive. Not much will change for Sven in Frozen 2, except for the fact that he now has to share Kristoff with Anna. Sven will be a little older and wiser, but just as innocent, playful, and clumsy. Princess Anna. Anna has come a long way from being the gullible, sheltered princess she used to be. When we first met Anna in Frozen, she was a wide-eyed, stubborn girl with a lot to prove. Anna has one of the best personalities ever. She's witty, hyperactive, awkward, free-spirited, and everything in between. It's hard to imagine Anna any other way, but she has grown up since we last saw her. Ever since Anna found out the truth about Elsa, she's made it a point to be her sister's keeper.
I won't let anything happen to her.
So we're hoping she'll find the time to think of herself in Frozen 2. We think Anna will let her hair down by the end of the sequel, and maybe even embrace some powers of her own. They run in the family after all. Hans. Just when we thought that the Queen and Princess of Arendelle had gotten rid of Hans from the Southern Isles, he creeps right back into the cast list of Frozen 2. We don't know how big or small of a role he'll play, but we're hoping his character will walk the path of redemption. Sure, Hans was cold, cruel, and calculating in Frozen, but he had his reasons. In the end, all he wanted was to get away from his brothers and find a kingdom of his own. Unfortunately for him, his charismatic and chivalrous ways got outpowered by his greedy and sociopathic tendencies. If Hans does pop up in Frozen 2, we hope he'll go from zero to hero. Queen Adina. Not much is known about Queen Adina. Although we saw her in the first Frozen film, she and her husband Agnar disappeared quite quickly. She's described as passive, quiet, and a fearful woman. But the more we learn about her, the less we think that's true. In the novel A Frozen Heart, we find out that Adina is the peacekeeper of the family. She can calm Agnar down when he loses his temper, and she's motherly beyond belief. We'll get to see a lot more of her in Frozen 2. She'll go from being a timid character to a brave and selfless mother. She was also a lot less threatened by Elsa's powers than Agnar was. So there's so much more to her than Disney lets on.
The kingdom is not safe.
Grandpappy. If there's one thing Grandpappy cares about, it's protecting his family and helping others. That's why he selflessly cured Anna when Adina and Agnar came to him in the middle of the night. He wiped Anna's memories clean and low-key terrified Elsa of her powers. What he showed her that night made her lock herself up for years on end. Now it looks like Grandpappy has some explaining to do. Instead of warning Elsa about her powers, he's encouraging her to travel north and find out the truth.
Go north, across the enchanted lands, and into the unknown.
That's a pretty big leap for Grandpappy. This wise, gentle ruler definitely has a plan up his sleeve. Queen Elsa. Elsa has got to be the most misunderstood person in Arendelle, but we think that Elsa will finally start coming out of her shell in Frozen 2. She's learned to let people in and accept help. She doesn't have to do everything alone. She used to be emotionally unavailable, but she did this out of fear of hurting the people she loves. By the end of Frozen 2, Elsa will have transformed into the best version of herself. And that's a wrap. Tell us who your favorite Frozen character is in the comments down below. For more videos about your favorite movies and TV shows, subscribe to The Things. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.